Question number 9, Eugenie Sage.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Conservation and asks, does he agree with former Otago Conservation Board chairwoman, Associate Professor Abby Smith, who said restructuring at the Department of Conservation has left it, quote, dead in the water, end quote? If not, why not?
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
No, but I accept that the restructuring is unsettling for staff of the department. The former chair was particularly concerned about the lack of progress on marine protection, which is ironic when we are this year set to gazette a record 10 marine reserves around New Zealand. However, Otago is the only conservancy to have no marine protection, and her criticisms reflect 10 years of frustration as board chair in not being able to establish any.
Supplementary question, Eugenie Sage.
When he talked about our tourism industry's reliance on, quote, breathtaking landscapes and a stunning variety of unique flora and fauna, end quote, in his Valuing Nature conference speech this morning, why didn't he mention the Department of Conservation's own 4-year plan, which states, quote, the number and condition of many native plants, animals and ecosystems continues to decline, end quote?
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, one of the points I made at the Valuing Nature conference this morning was the huge commitment by DOC to the work in protecting a whole number of species and for steps that we need to take to improve in that performance, and I'd welcome the Green Party's support for that sensible vision for conservation.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Eugenie Sage.
How can he say that the national government values nature when it has slashed Department of Conservation funding with the loss of more than 160 conservation jobs, and it has left the department, as it says in the Treasury papers and the department's 4-year report, in a position where it will have to do less from 2015-16?
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, the Green Party's rhetoric about the DOC budget being slashed is just not credible. Let me give the member the numbers. In 2008-9, the last year of the previous government, the DOC budget was $304 million. This year, the DOC budget is $334 million. It is true that DOC, like all government agencies, is not able to enjoy the massive increases in public spending that got New Zealand into a heap of economic pickle. But this government is committed to an efficient, pragmatic and effective department.
Supplementary question, Eugenie Sage.
In his Valuing Nature speech this morning, when he talked about our successful dairy industry relying on, quote, copious volumes of fresh, clean water, end quote, why didn't he mention that under the national government 50% of our waterways are no longer fit for swimming, or that New Zealand fell from 2nd to 43rd in the world according to the Yale University's water rankings?
Speaker.
Honourable Dr Nick Smith.
Mr Speaker, the Green Party's assertion that 50% of New Zealand waterways are unfit to swim in just shows the gross exaggeration by that party and is wrong. I'd further point out that this government has increased by threefold the increase in protection and restoration of waterways. I give just one example. Take Lake Rotoiti, one of the iconic lakes of the North Island, is cleaner than what it has been for more than 30 or 40 years because of the funding that this government has committed to its clean-up.
Point of order, Eugenie Sage.
I seek leave to table a News Centre transcript of a Radio New Zealand interview with Associate Professor Abby Smith yesterday.
Order. If it's a transcript of a radio, it's available to members if they want to search for it.
Mr Speaker, a transcript is not publicly available. It was commissioned by the Green Party from News Centre.
If members want to get hold of it, I'm sure they can. Question number 10, Mike Sabin.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for